Shalom, shalom, shalom to the 12 tribe that scattered abroad. Shalom, shalom to the 12 tribe that scattered abroad. Welcome back to the reading of the Bible with your brother Nehemiah. I am Israel, a true seeker of Yahweh. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Israel, Israel, Israel. How are we doing today? Another beautiful, wonderful day that the Most High made. How everybody doing? Well, we gonna get into this, man, because, you know, we ain't been in it. We ain't been reading. It's been slacking for a little, you know. A lot of stuff's going on, you know, personal business, personal things going on. So we just trying to stay focused and, you know, endure to the end. And, you know, some way, somehow, you know, you always try to, if it ain't number 5 minutes of your time, always try to get him sometime. He's a jealous God now. He's a jealous God, but it's always good to give him some of your time, at least some. Okay, well, before we get started, we're going to give all praise and honor to the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahweh Bahashem HaMashiach. We're going to give all praise to him. We have to thank him for allowing us to see another day, for just giving us life, man. Breathing that breath into us. Now, everybody get their King James Version out with the Apocrypha and open up to Leviticus chapter 16. And that's where we at, and that's where we will begin. Okay. Let's do this chapter. We supposed to have been up out of this, ain't it? I know it. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 16, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses after the death of the 2 sons of Aaron, when they offer before the Lord and died. Now, he said, Noah 2 sons. Let me find where that was. It wasn't in 15. We were talking about the issue about the blood with the woman. And we were talking about the issue of the running flesh of the man. It never mentioned that about Aaron's 2 sons. But we're going to continue. Back to the top of chapter 16, verse 1 again. It says, and the Lord spake unto Moses after the death of the 2 sons of Aaron. So 2 of Aaron's sons have died after the death of 2 sons. The Lord spoke to Moses again, when they offer before the Lord and died. So they had offer. It had to be in 15. They had offer, and they died. And the Lord killed them. Let's continue. Maybe it'll explain everything in verse 2. Verse 2. And the Lord said unto Moses, speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not at all times into the holy place within the veil before the mercy seat, which is upon the ark, that he die not, for I will appear in the cloud upon the mercy seat. So I guess for Aaron's sons to die, they must came up into the holy place, because that's what it just said to Aaron. He said so he won't die not. It's a that he come not at all time, meaning anytime, meaning he can't come at any time into the holy place within the veil. So if he walked, they must have went in there at any time of themselves. But he said they gave up they was giving up after they gave up the offering. But he telling Moses to tell Aaron that he cannot come at any time. You just can't come into the holy place anytime without the veil before the mercy seat, which is upon the ark, that he die not, for I will appear in the cloud upon the mercy seat. Verse 3, thus shall Aaron come into the holy place with a young bullock for a sin offering and a ram for a burnt offering. Verse 4, he shall put on the holy linen coat, and he shall have the linen breeches upon his flesh, and shall be girded with a linen girdle, and with the linen mitre shall he be attired. These are holy garments, therefore shall he wash his flesh in water, and so put them on. So he gonna put on the breeches. Now they mention breeches in the Bible. Now it's a law that a woman should not wear what pertained to a man. Now when it's speaking of breeches, them pants. Now it told Aaron, it was telling Aaron should put on the breeches. It never did mention no woman putting on no breeches. So however they swinging it, trying to put it like a woman can also wear women pants that they make. No, that pertaining to a man, even though they were made for women's and they women pants. Women was not allowed to wear breeches. Nowhere in the Bible, anytime it said that a woman wore breeches. Nowhere. When it mentioned the breeches, it always dealing with the man. And matter of fact, it was just dealing with the priest with the breeches. Cause man wore these long, like I don't know what you call them. They like garments, long garments. That's what they wore. So most likely with the breeches were wearing with the priest. Cause it say, he shall put on the holy linen coat, and he shall have the linen breeches upon his flesh, and shall be girded with a linen girdle, and with the linen mitre shall he be attired. The mitre is the thing that go around the head. It's a mitre. These are holy garment. All these are holy garment. Therefore shall he wash his flesh in water, and so put them on. Why? He had to wash his flesh, because he fitted put on holy garments. You cannot enter the sanctuary without washing. You know you have to be clean. You always have to wash. It's like you putting yourself away for 3 days to stay clean, to sanctify yourself, to be holy, because you can't go in there all foul. You cannot go in there all foul. So you have to wash your flesh with water, and then he put on the garment. Let's continue. Verse 5. And he shall take off, and he shall take of the congregation of the children of Israel 2 kids of the goats for a sin offering, and 1 ram for a burnt offering. Verse 6. And Aaron shall offer his bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make an atonement for himself and for his house. Verse 7. And he shall take the 2 goats and present them before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 8. And Aaron shall cast lots upon the 2 goats. When it means cast lots, let's get the definition of this. Well, look up. Let me throw it another way. Cast meaning, it's a verb, is to throw or hurtle something in a specific direction. He cast a fishing line into the lake. Or to shape or form a material by pouring it into a mold while molten. That's another definition. To assign the role of the character to an actor. That's cast. That's like an act, like you acting. Now the first 2 is the better one. So verse 8 again from the top, it said, and Aaron shall cast lots upon the 2 goats, meaning he should throw something. Let's get that definition again. It means to throw or to hurtle something in a specific direction, or to shape or form a material by pouring it into a mold while we're going to go with the first one. We're going to go with the first, to throw or to hurtle something. So he cast lots. Yeah, he cast lots for the 2 goats. 1 lot for the Lord and the other lot for the scapegoat. So the 2 goats, 1 of them for the Lord and 1 of them for the scapegoat. Verse 9. And Aaron shall bring the goat upon which the Lord's lot fell, and offer him for a sin offering. So the one that the Lord's lot fell on, that's the one he's going to offer for a sin offering. Verse 10. But the goat on which the lot fell to be the scapegoat shall be presented alive before the Lord to make an atonement with him, and to let him go for a scapegoat into the wilderness. Y'all get it? It explaining itself. That's one thing about this Bible. Verse 11. And Aaron shall bring the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall make an atonement for himself and for his house, and shall kill the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself. Verse 12. And he shall take a censer full of burning coals of fire from off the altar before the Lord, and his hands full of sweet incense, beating smell, and bring it within the veil. Verse 13. And he shall put the incense upon the fire before the Lord, that the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat that is upon the testimony, that he die not. Verse 14. And he shall take of the blood of the bullock, and sprinkle it with his finger upon the mercy seat eastward. And before the mercy seat shall he sprinkle of the blood with his finger 7 times. Verse 15. Then shall he kill the goat of the sin offering. That's the one that cast the lot for the Lord. That is for the people. And bring his blood within the veil. And do with that blood as he did with the blood of the bullock, and sprinkle it upon the mercy seat and before the mercy seat. So the same thing what he did to the bullock when he killed that and did with the blood, the same thing he's going to do with the goat. He's going to kill the goat and going to sprinkle the blood. Verse 16. And he shall make an atonement for the holy place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel. See, they all foul. He making an atonement for the holy place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, and because of their transgression in all their sin. Now, what did we say what transgression is? Transgression is what? Let's go get it. Go to John. I think that's 1 John. First John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. So he said that he had to give up for the holy place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, and because of their transgression in all their sin. So by them, and because of their what? They sinned against the law. They sinned against the law. They transgressed God's laws. That's why he making an atonement for the children of Israel, because they was in sin. They transgressing the law. Sin is the transgression of God's law. All that God gave with the laws that he gave, what we've been reading. If you transgress that law, that means you sin against God. Y'all get that, right? Because some people think that because they, let me see how they think that if it's not this law, if it's not from God, that it ain't a law. But it came from God, so it got to be a law. So anything that God told us, any law that God gave us, and we transgress it, we sinned it against him. Like they think, like a lot of people love to say, a lot of Christians love to say about smoking. God never said nothing about that. It was no law. If there's no law against it, it's no sin. How can you sin against something that he didn't put a law against? That's our biggest problem. We got a lot of brothers in Israel say that too about smoking. I don't have no problem with a brother smoking, because I never read a scripture that said that. So I don't feel like he in sin. But they quick to eat that goddamn pork though. But they won't tell you in sin on that. But they'll say you're sinning when you're smoking a cigarette or smoking some marijuana or something. They'll say you in sin real quick. Let's continue. I'm going to finish reading. Verse 16 again from the top. And he shall make an atonement for the holy place, because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, and because of their transgression in all their sin. And so shall he do for the tabernacle of the congregation, that remaineth among them in the midst of their uncleanness. Verse 17. And there shall be no man in the tabernacle of the congregation when he goeth in to make an atonement in the holy place. So nobody should be in the tabernacle when Aaron go in to make the atonement, until he come out and have made an atonement for himself and for his household and for all the congregation of Israel. Verse 18. And he shall go out unto the altar that is before the Lord, and make an atonement for it, and shall take of the blood of the bullock and of the blood of the goat, and put it upon the horn of the altar round about. And he shall sprinkle of the blood upon it with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and hallow it from the uncleanness of the children of Israel. Now, y'all notice something. Since we've been reading from Genesis, Exodus, and now we're in Leviticus, everything is about the children of Israel. And I don't see how everybody keep, whoever believe, whoever have the faith. No. Because he's only talking to the children of Israel. It's not whoever believe in God that he going to give salvation to. Salvation ain't for the world. Salvation ain't for everybody. Salvation was only given to Israel. And you can see this right now as we read. Everything he telling Moses to tell Aaron, to tell the children of Israel, or get the elders of the children of Israel, the elders of Israel, is always dealing with Israel. He don't see nothing mention no world. Don't see nothing mentioned about no world, no other nation, none of that. Let's continue. Verse 20. And when he had made an end of reconciling, meaning atoning for, meaning he had made atonement, the holy place and the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar, he shall bring the live goat. Now he finna bring the scapegoat. Verse 21. And Aaron shall lay both his hands upon the head of the live goat and confess over him all the iniquities of the children of Israel and all their transgression and all their sins, putting them upon the head of the goat, and shall send him away by the hands of a fit man into the wilderness. So he finna put all our transgression, all the children confess over him the iniquities of the children of Israel. Iniquities is transgression of law. That's sinning. Iniquity is the same thing. And it say, and all their transgression, all their sins, in all their sins, transgression in all their sin, putting them upon the head of the goat. So he gonna put it upon the head of the goat, and he gonna say, and shall send him away by the hands of a fit man. When he put them upon the heads of the goat, all the sins, all the transgression that Israel did, all what the children of Israel did, he put it upon the head of the scapegoat, and he gonna send him off into the wilderness. Now Israel is cleansed. They clean. Cause Aaron made an atonement for them, for their transgression. Verse 22. And the goat shall bear upon him all their iniquities unto a land not inhabited, and he shall let go the goat in the wilderness with all the sins on, all the wickedness. I say all the wicked spirits. What he put upon them, all the sin. Verse 23. And Aaron shall come into the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall put off the linen garment, which he put on when he went into the holy place, and shall leave them there. Verse 24. And he shall wash his flesh with water in the holy place. So he gonna wash before he put on the garment, and he gonna wash after he put on the garment. After he take the garment off, he gonna wash again. It say, and he shall wash, verse 24 again, and he shall wash his flesh with water in the holy place, and put on his garment, and come forth, and offer his burnt offering, and the burnt offering of the people, and make an atonement for himself and for the people. Verse 25, and the fat of the sin offering shall be burned upon the altar. Verse 26, and he that let go the goat for the scapegoat shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and after come into the camp. So the person who let the goat go for the scapegoat go, he got to wash his clothes and he got to bathe his flesh. And then after he can come back into the camp. Verse 27. And the bullock for the sin offering, and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the holy place, shall one carry forth without the camp, and they shall burn in the fire their skin. and their flesh and their dung. So all this they gonna take outside of the camp and burn it. Verse 28. Everything explaining itself as we read it. Explain itself. They're telling you. Verse 20. And that's why I don't understand why we can't never get an understand that God have to take the delusion off of, because when you read it for yourself. It explains itself. And if you don't got to understand it and you don't understand it, that means the delusion still upon you. I can't say when he gonna take it off, but I know the delusion was upon me because I done read it a lot of times and I still ain't understood it. Now, since he took the delusion off me, I understand everything. I see it as I read it. It's self-explanatory. Explain itself. Let's continue. Verse 28. And he that burneth them shall wash his clothes and bathe his flesh in water, and after he shall come into the camp. Verse 29. And this shall be a statute forever unto you. For a statute forever unto you. Unto who? The children of Israel. That in the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, ye shall afflict your soul and do no work at all, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger that sojourneth among you. Now, when it say in the 7th month, the 10th day of the month, ye shall afflict your soul. What is that? That's the day of atonement. That's the day you supposed to what's it is? You afflicting your soul. You don't eat nothing. Don't drink nothing. I can't think of the name of the word.
Cleansing.
Say it again.
Cleansing.
When you don't eat. What is,
fasting.
Who?
When you're fasting.
Fasting. That's what we talking about. That's what this is. The 7th month on the 10th day that we afflict our soul. That means we fast for 24 hours. No drinking, no smoking, no eating, nothing. Now, if you on medication, okay, you have to take your medicine. Yes, take your medicine. You have to eat something to take your medicine. Eat something, take your medicine. But this is what it's talking about. It say you're going to afflict your soul. No work at all, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger that sojourn among you. What it mean by the stranger sojourn among you? It said whether it be one of your own country, whether it be one of the Judite, you're Judah, if you Judah, whether it be one of Judah or one of the other tribe out of Israel. It can be Benjamin. It can be Ephraim, Levi. Either one. It say, or a stranger that sojourned among you. It's a Ephraim sojourned among Judah. Remember now, we in the Torah. We ain't talking about no stranger outside of the Israel. Because we have strangers Israel too. I'm from Judah. She from Ephraim. We strangers. We strangers. We not out of the same tribe, but we from the same nation. I'm from the tribe of Judah, and she from the tribe of Ephraim. So that's why it say, or a stranger that's sojourner among you. Like when we read the book of Ruth, they Judites, not Ruth, but her mother-in-law. They were Judites. They left Judah and went to what Reuben was. Called Ruth is a Reubenite. She's from the tribe of Reuben, which a lot of people say she's a by Ammonite, a Chinese person. That's what they, a Moabite. Where they say she a Moabite. But Ruth is a Reubenite. And as we read, when we get to it, you're going to see, because we had this land, we took this land, and we had this land over 400 some years. 400 some years when we took this land. And when we went in this land, God told us to kill everything. Children, animals, and that's what we did. We killed everything. And we had this land over 400 some years, and then they wanted to come try to take the land back. But as they were during that time, Ruth was born during that time. See, all this gonna fall in place when we get to reading the story. See, we still in the Torah, the laws, the commandments. The book gonna jump when we get through with Deuteronomy. The book gonna actually jump, for real. Let's continue. Verse 30. We almost done. For on that day shall the priest make an atonement for you, to cleanse you, that ye may be clean from all your sins before the Lord. It shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you, and ye shall afflict your soul by a statute forever. It should be a Sabbath to you. So you're going to treat that like a Sabbath. No work. You're going to afflict your soul. That means you're going to suffer with the affliction what they had in Egypt. For the Lord brought us out of there. They afflict us there. That's what this reminding you of. This will remind you of that. So that's a lot of us taking this pain, this suffering. That's what this is for. We gonna suffer because our ancestors them suffer in Egypt. So you gonna afflict your soul. Matter of fact, let's get the definition of afflict. Afflict, to cause pain. When I tell you, you're gonna suffer. To cause pain, suffering, or distress to someone or something. That's what our people did back in Egypt. They suffer. So that's what we gonna do. Afflict our soul. We gonna suffer. We gonna cause ourselves the pain. We gonna starve ourselves. Fast. For the pain, you gonna suffer. That's what this all about. It's all about afflicting. And man, that's a good way to get close to the Messiah. That's a good way to get close to God. By afflicting your soul. Cause it's gonna feel like you're gonna die, and your body gonna drift off. I can't explain it to y'all. You have to do it for yourself. Cause someone was trying to tell me about it and they couldn't explain it. So when I did it for myself, I seen exactly what he was talking about. And God will visit you. Oh, he will answer you. That's what you're doing this for. You're trying to get an answer from him. He will answer you. For real. Let's continue. Verse 32. 31 again from the top. It shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you, and ye shall afflict your soul by a statute forever. And that's what we do. We do this every year. Every year, the 7th month. It be the 10th month if you go off the world calendar. It's gonna be the 10th month. It's October. That's what it is. But October really the 7th month. See, we go off the biblical calendar. It's lined. We got it lined up with the world calendar. But like when we had our the 14th was our new moon. That was the first day of August. Every new moon, we have a new moon every month. Every new moon, that's the first day of the beginning of the next month. Like we in July, and we had a new moon on the 14th. It really was August the 1st. September the 1st. No, September the 1st. No, August. August the 1st. August come out to July, yeah. August the 1st. It really was August the 1st. See, like the day is the 22nd. And the 14th. The day really is like the 8th of August. That's the biblical calendar. That's how we keep up with our high holy days. That's how we keep up with the new moon, knowing when the month gonna change. It's a way my art them do a lot of count. They know how to count that stuff up. That I know. I ain't took time to learn that. I ain't took time because he the one to do our calendar. So he know how to do all that. It's a way it mount up. It mount and he mounted up. He definitely mounted up. He know how to count it up. It's him, my Aunt Moshe, and I think Ray, my Aunt Ray be helping on it. But I think it's two of them be doing it. But the 7th month is October. Let's continue. And we have to do this forever. Verse 32. And the priest whom he shall anoint and whom he shall considerate to minister in the priest's office in his father's stead shall make the atonement and shall put on the linen clothes, even the holy garment. Verse 33. And he shall make an atonement for the holy sanctuary, and he shall make an atonement for the tabernacle of the congregation, and for the altar, and he shall make an atonement for the priest, and for all the people of the congregation. Verse 34. And this shall be an everlasting statute, and this shall be an everlasting statute unto you, to make an atonement for the children of Israel for all their sin once a year. And he did as the Lord commanded. That's another thing I forgot to mention about the atonement day. It made an atonement for all your sins from that whole year. You giving up atonement. See, you heard what it just said. We do this once a year. Verse 34 again. Let me read it again. I'm going to read it slow. And this shall be an everlasting statute, meaning forever, unto you, unto Israel, to make an atonement for the children of Israel for all their sins once a year. So all your sins that you committed in that year, this is the time when you're going to make atonement for all your sin in that one day. Well, that was the end of Leviticus chapter 16. And we will pick up with Leviticus chapter 17. And don't make me lie to you, because I don't know when. It's whenever the Spirit moved me to handle it. But like I said, I always say, man, y'all read back over these things. See, it's locked, it don't in my mind. I can read over it and I remember what I read. I done read it so much. And sometimes I can't call out the book, chapter, verse. But I do know what it say in the Bible. I do know that it say that in the Bible. I'm not going to tell you now. It say prove all things. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. He say prove all things. So everything that I tell you, I show it to you out of that Bible. These are not our words. These are not King James words. King James ain't even wrote the Bible. No, he didn't. But we ain't gonna go deep into that. But with that being said, man, Israel, man, y'all be safe out there. Man, y'all need to endure. Y'all need to keep these laws, statutes, commandments, because we are living the last days, man. It's not telling when that man gonna call your number. So you want to be prepared. At least trying to walk in his statue. You don't want him to say, get deep from me, I do not know you. That's going to be a hurting feeling for a lot of people, especially his people, the 2/3. That's going to be a hurting feeling. Because 2/3 got to go, no matter what. It ain't nothing we can do. The Messiah can't even save you. The Son of God, he can't even save you. You the 2/3, you part of the 2/3, you done. It's over with. So with that being said, man, y'all turn to Matthew chapter 6. And let's close this thing out with the Lord's Prayer. Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. God. After this manner, therefore pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Man, Israel, Israel, Israel. Y'all be safe out there. And remember, keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Kwam Yasharala, family. Kwam Yasharala.